New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Hey there. Did you know we all have a genius inside of us just waiting to come out and play? When we don't connect to it and we don't express it, we create a cosmic void. Did you know that you did that? Cosmic void. We don't want to create any cosmic voids, right? Yeah, so see, the problem is that over the last couple of years, we've been having a lot of challenges in the world, right? A lot of big challenges. And so the thing is a lot of times we just think, well, it's just out there, it really doesn't have anything to do with me personally. And so you say to yourself, well, I can't blame the world. But really, it's that we can't blame the world and we really need to do something about it. It's about taking that personal responsibility and knowing that you can make a difference. Yes, just you, even you alone. One person can make a difference in the world and how we create our world and how we can create more peace and harmony and love, which is what we all want more of, right? Well, I'm Rev Lisa, and I'm a spiritual life coach, and I am here to teach you about your divine gifts within. I am here to show you how to cultivate more peace and more harmony in your life and how we can share that with the world. I am here to support you, and I have lots of wonderful programs that I'm inviting you to check out. So at the end, I want you to connect with me, and we can do some spiritual work together. So you might ask, well, what's an Inner Dazzle? Because my show is called Inner Dazzle, right? Well, the interesting thing is I got to actually work on this concept through COVID. And really it is about that. It's that inner light. It's that inner dazzle that lives within inside of us that is just wanting to come out and express. Inner dazzle is when you are perfectly aligned with your heart and your soul, and you feel harmony and you feel peace and love, and you're living a life with authenticity, and when you're living your best life, right? That's your inner dazzle. So I'm here to help you connect with that part of yourself. I'm here to empower your goddess self to rise up and shine. That's what I want to see you do. So hi out there, YouTube, Facebook. Good to see you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. So the question is, how do we avoid a cosmic void, right? The cosmic void is when we are not living our purpose, when we're not shining our light to the world. So we want to find a way to fix that, because we need less cosmic void and more cosmic consciousness in the world. That's what we're all here to do. That's why we were born, right? So I have 3 suggestions for you that I'd like you to consider in your life. And of course, the first one is finding your special gift within, listening to your inner voice. We all have an inner voice. Sometimes it can be a little bit nagging and like poking at you and saying, hey, you need to be doing this. Sometimes it's that inner voice that helps guide you and send you on a beautiful path, and we choose to listen to it. And so we make actions and take steps to go in the right direction to connecting and living our purpose. That's what's so important. So listening to your inner voice. And then the second one is to don't judge yourself. I say it, don't judge it. Don't judge it, because a lot of times we think, well, what do my little talents, my insignificant talent have to do with the world, right? But the reality is that it does have a lot to do with the world, and that God put us here each individually with our unique purpose, and we're here to express that. So I ask you to not judge your purpose, and don't judge it. And then one way that you can figure that out, I always tell people, is that you can actually ask a trusted friend to share what your most unique character trait is. Sometimes that's a good way to figure it out. Ask a trusted friend, because somebody that really knows you and that's really kind and loving will share with you what your character traits are that you might just be not even acknowledging or paying attention to, but that might be your special gift that you have to share with the world. So the third one is to experience more joy. Of course, we always want to experience more joy. So what brings you joy? What brings you joy? That's the big question. And I want you to take time today, if you can, later, when you can just have a few minutes to yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? What brings me joy? Because when we connect with our joy, we connect with our passion, then we can connect and move into living our passion, living our purpose, and doing things that we love and that brings us joy. Of course, that brings more happiness and more love to the world. And that's what we want to do more of. So I have a wonderful quote that I want to share with you. And this is quote number 1. I love the sunflower, and I love sunflowers. They're so bright and happy. This is really beautiful. Our gifts are like golden rays of expression that can encircle the world with light. Oh, I love it. This is by Madison Taylor, and she actually does the Daily Om. It's actually an email that I get, Daily Om, and you can get that, and you get messages, inspirational messages all the time. But she does beautiful work. I love that quote. She goes on to say, discovering your genius is but a moment away. Your unique talent or ability may be hidden from your own sight, like a golden treasure buried beneath the shifting sands. I love that. She does a beautiful way of writing. So that's really great. And so I ask you the question, what is your gift? What is your talents? And you're welcome to share it in the chat. Let us know what your gifts and your talents are. I'd love to hear more about what brings you joy. Write those in the chat and let us know what you think and how you feel like you might be able to express that to the world, therefore making the world a better place. And so I know sometimes my self-talk is, well, or it was in the past, not so much now, but, well, what difference can I make? I'm only one person. Well, I don't know what I can do just to make a difference in the world because it's just me, right? So, but the idea is that, like I said before, we were brought here by divine creation. We were brought here to this planet. We were brought to planet Earth. We are now human beings. We're living in these bodies. We are here to express ourselves and express our light into the world. That's so important that we connect with that inner dazzle, that inner part of you that knows what to do and when to do and how to do, is what I always say. It's that part of yourself that really is connected with the divine source and knows how to express it in a divine way. So so one of the biggest ways that I figured out that we can make a difference is to experience and be a part of by being that one person that decides to do something and actually take a step forward, take action, and create a ripple effect. Have you guys ever heard of that term, ripple effect? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no, ripple effect. Yes, I think some of us have heard of that. And of course, it's what it represents is, like you throw a stone on the water and you got the ripple effect, right? And then of course there's the way that we can do it. And there are so many ways that you can do it. One way that I experienced it the other day, it was so fantastic. I was in line at Starbucks, of course, driving around to get my Starbucks, and I'm counting my ones. I just had a bunch of ones, so I was going to get my ones together. And I got up there, with my ones, and I had a handful of change because I was just trying to use up some of my cash. And I pull up to the front, and she hands me my drink, and she's like, it's covered. Your drink is covered. Have a blessed day. And I was like, that was like the coolest thing. I felt so blessed in that moment. And I was kind of having a really stressful day. So it was such a huge shift for me. And that was a ripple effect. Somebody was kind enough, the person ahead of me paid for my drink. And then when I got up there, my drink was paid for. And so what a beautiful way to express the ripple effect. So I also have a short video that I want you to watch, and it's about the ripple effect. And it's just an amazing little video. So check this out, and I'll be back with a little bit more for you.
peering at a glassy pool or body of water, so quiet and calm. We'd never associate it with power. And yet something mighty is about to happen here. A movement, a motion, a moment. But it starts quite small, with just one drop. You see, a drop can create a ripple. And we believe that just a singular drop, a singular man or woman, a singular leader, can cause a ripple so great and so grand that the whole world can be altered for good. When a leader gets better, everyone wins. But how? Mostly we thought it looked like this. One leader leading down to her team or direct reports. But in fact, like a ripple itself, the influence of a great leader isn't merely top-down. It's much more powerful, more dynamic. It's inside out. One ripple set in motion by one amazing leader creates concentric circles of hope and change across the entire globe. All of this change, all of this influence, all of this good, all of these ripples, because one single leader got better.
Wow. I love that little video. It's short, but it's really mighty. I love that about it. I think he says a beautiful thing there. And talking about, a leader, even though we might not consider ourselves leaders, and some of us are leaders, but, where can you be a leader in your life? That's the question for you is, just as simple as, things that you do around your house or do for your family or for your friends or when you're at work. How can you be a leader? How can you decide to make a difference? Because you can make a difference in this world and you can create the ripple effect like we talked about, that ripple effect. So that's your homework for today is how do I create a ripple effect in my life? Because what that does is it's monumental. The ripple effect moves out into the world, creating better energy and more peace, more harmony. That's the idea is we want to experience and participate in the ripple effect. So I invite you to try that today. So also I have another quote for you. Let's see, this is quote number 2, and this is about your purpose. The purpose of life is to discover your gift. Yeah, that's the one. Purpose. Yeah, the purpose of life is to discover your gift, right? That's one of our purposes. The work of life is to develop it. And the meaning of life is to give your gift away. The meaning of life is to give your gift away. This is by David Biscott. I thought that was just a wonderful quote at describing exactly what it is we were talking about. The idea is that we develop it over time. And sometimes it takes a lifetime to begin to develop yourself into this person and then you're able to share this gift, whatever your gift might be. So yeah, it's about developing your gift, living your purpose. It is a life's journey. And so that ties into, I just want to share a little bit about my journey. And of course, a lot of you know that I lost my mother to cancer back when I was 18. So I was really young, but, and of course that was a devastating experience for me. And it led me on my soul's journey to really discover who I was and why I was on this earth and how I was going to live life without my mom. So, of course, it's a life's journey that I've spent discovering the reasons why because I asked God, why would you do this to me? Moving through my life, being lost for quite some time, but then finding this spiritual path through Mile High Church, milehighchurch.org. It's a spiritual community, and I learned so much from them. And of course, we are connected here at New Thought Media Network with this amazing spiritual philosophy that led me into the path of the ministry. So I got my practitioner license, and then a few years later, I went to school at the seminary and got my ministerial degree, and have now moved into spiritual coaching, which embodies all of the things that I've learned over the years. And this has taken a lifetime, believe me. I mean, that was back when I was 18. I'm now in my 50s. So it's taken me a lifetime to create this wealth of knowledge and to experience life in so many different ways. Some really challenging, difficult times, and some really amazing, beautiful times as well. And so I think over the years, that accumulation of all of these things has brought me to this point now where I'm working with a spiritual business coach, and I'm building this amazing program that, of course, I would like to offer to you guys as well. You can message me and find out more about it. But that's been my longtime spiritual journey. But the point of that is that you can create that with your spiritual journey. So yeah, and you can reach me at lisa@innerdazzle.com if you are curious and you want to learn a little bit more about my programs. They will help you find a happiness and harmony in your life. So just to go on, I wanted to talk to you a little bit. So yeah, I wrote down here, you might think of yourself as frivolous when it comes time to really doing something about this. And I put in there, when it's likely that your charming approach to life casts a light of inspiration that others can't help but follow. So I'm going to read that one more time. You might think of yourself as frivolous when it is likely your charming approach to life casts a light of inspiration that others can't help but follow. And that's actually how I feel now. I feel like, I'm finally shifting and getting to a place where I can actually create that and support others on this journey over the years. This is what I think I'm here to do. So I have another quote for you that's beautiful, and it's "Work is love." Work is love. I love that quote. It was so beautiful. My beautiful producer, Gina, found this one. Work is love made visible. When you work, you fulfill a part of the earth's dream. Wow. To work is to weave the cloth with threads drawn from your heart. To build a house with affection. To work is to charge all things you fashion with a breath of your own spirit. And that's Khalil Gibran from The Prophet. Oh my gosh, that is so powerful. Beautiful. I love that. So it is important for us to all find our special, unique gift and how we can discover it, and then we can express it to the world. Therefore, we're not creating any more cosmic voids in the world, right? We want to avoid the cosmic void by finding our gifts and expressing it to the world. I think that's just so extremely important. So that's my message for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I also have a few announcements real quick for you. So Miss Gina has an amazing program coming up, The Joy is in the Journey. And Gina does this on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And you're invited to join her. I've been on her show with her, and she does a beautiful job expressing the idea of that joy is in the journey. And she has a guest coming, which is super fantastic. And I love this guy. This Reverend is Reverend David Alt. And he will speak from his heart and does such a beautiful job. So definitely join in Thursday for that, because that's going to be a beautiful experience and you don't want to miss the message there. So definitely join Gina for that. Also, I would like to invite you, as I mentioned before, you're welcome to send me an email if you'd like to set up time to set up a discovery call, and we can discover more about what your Inner Dazzle is and how I can support you on your growth in this journey. Lisa@innerdazzle.com. You can also connect with me on my Facebook page. It's Inner Dazzle, facebook.com /spiritual resource. And there you can connect with me and we can set something up. And I also, of course, invite you to go to my YouTube. Go onto YouTube and subscribe to Inner Dazzle LLC. And I have lots of wonderful videos. I have all of my Inner Dazzle videos on there, 30-minute videos. I have some prayers because I am also on the prayer team here at New Thought Media Network. So we do lots of wonderful prayers that are just full of love and light to support you. I also have a 1-minute pause, which is also something that I promote, because it's great if we just take 1 minute to pause during the day, regroup, recenter, these videos will definitely center you and keep you going through your day. So I invite you to check all that out. There's lots of wonderful spiritual resources and tools to help you grow and shift into the most amazing you that you can be, because that's what we're here to do. So thank you so much for joining me. And I think that's all I have for today. So I appreciate you being here with me, and let me know in the chat what gifts you have to share with the world. Share and like this video so that we can spread this message to everybody. And I would love to meet with you for a discovery call, and we can discover more about your inner dazzle. So as we know, just know that our time together is truly a celebration of your empowerment. And I'm so grateful to have spent this time with you. Thank you for joining me, and have a blessed rest of your day. And we will see you next week, Wednesday at 1. Take care for today.